6:47 a.m. Barry's alarm goes off. He grabs his phone, squinting at the screen. His bank balance stares back at him. $47. $47. And it's only the 12th of the month. Oh, my portfolio. Barry scrolls through his transaction history. Red arrows everywhere. Money going out faster than water through a broken dam. But here's the thing that really stings. He can't remember what he actually bought. It's like his money just vanished. Sound familiar? Let's do the autopsy. Barry picks up his morning coffee. $5. Doesn't seem like much, right? But $5, 30 days a month, that's $150 on coffee. Just coffee. Then there are the subscriptions. Netflix, Spotify, that gym membership he hasn't used since February, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, the meditation app he downloaded during a panic attack. Each one is only $10 or $15 a month. But they're like vampires, silently draining his account while he sleeps. And don't even get me started on the Amazon boxes. Barry doesn't remember ordering half this stuff. A phone case, a gadget he saw in an ad, a book he'll never read. Death by 1,000 impulse clicks. Oh, and those restaurant receipts? They're piling up like snow in a blizzard. $20 here, $35 there, $50 for that date night. Before you know it, Barry's spending $600 a month eating food someone else cooked. Here's where it gets painful. The average American saves about 3 to 5% of their income. Some months, it's zero. Meanwhile, in China, the average household saves 46%. Not 4.6, 46%. Let me repeat that because it sounds insane. For every $100 a Chinese family earns, they save $46. Americans? We're celebrating if we save 3. That's not a small difference. That's a 10-to-1 ratio. And it should make every single one of us ask, what the hell are we doing wrong? Welcome to the Chinese Financial Playbook. And the first rule is the one that'll make your brain hurt. The 10-to-1 rule. Here's how it works. For every $10 you earn, you spend 1. That's a 90% savings rate. 90%.
Don't
Now,
worry about
before
the
you
small
click
stuff.
away thinking this
You've
is
got
impossible,
this.
hear me
I know
out.
you can do it, but
The
just take a
genius of
deep
this
breath
rule isn't that you
and
actually have to
smile.
hit 90%. It's that by aiming for 90, even if you only hit 50 or 60%, you're still saving more than 95% of the population. It's called anchoring. Most financial advisors tell you to save 10 to 20%. So when you save 5%, you feel okay about it. You're trying, but you're still broke. The Chinese flipped the anchor. They aim for 90%. So even when they fail and only save 40%, they're building wealth at a speed that makes Western financial planners cry into their spreadsheets. But here's the secret weapon that makes this actually work. Zero-based budgeting. And it's so simple, it's almost embarrassing. Most people budget like this. Money comes in, bills get paid, stuff gets bought, and whatever's left over gets saved. Spoiler alert, there's never anything left over. The Chinese method flips it upside down. Every single dollar gets a job before the month even starts. Rent, assigned. Groceries, assigned. Transportation, assigned. But here's the crucial part. Savings gets assigned first. Before anything else, before you see that money, it goes straight into savings. You're not saving what's left over. You're living on what's left over after you've paid yourself. Let's say Barry earns $4,000 a month. In the zero-based system, $1,000 goes to savings and investments immediately. Then he has $3,000 left to cover everything else. This forces him to get creative, to make hard choices, to actually think about where his money goes. And here's the psychological magic. When savings becomes your first expense, it stops being optional. You wouldn't skip your rent payment to buy new shoes. So why would you skip your savings payment? This brings us to the battlefield where most financial futures are lost: needs versus wants. The Chinese have surgical precision when it comes to this distinction. Let's take smartphones. Do you need a device that makes calls, sends messages, and accesses the internet? Yes. Do you need the latest iPhone 15 Pro with the titanium frame and professional camera system that costs more than some people's monthly rent? No. A Chinese approach would be, buy a reliable phone that meets your actual needs. Invest the difference. That extra $500 or $1,000 could be working for you instead of sitting in Apple's bank account. Or take wallets. You can buy a $500 luxury wallet, or you can buy a $20 wallet that holds the same cards and cash. Both last years. The difference is you just wasted $480 on status signaling. Here's the rule. If you're going to spend money on something you want rather than need, it better provide exceptional long-term value. That expensive wallet better last a decade. Those quality shoes better be resolable and durable. Every purchase gets evaluated not just for its immediate utility, but for its cost per use over time. And this mindset extends to the biggest purchase of all, education. In the Chinese playbook, spending on learning isn't just a bill, it's a high-yield investment. You don't go into debt for a degree that doesn't pay. You treat your skills like a stock portfolio. If it doesn't increase your value in the marketplace, it's a bad buy. Now let's talk about the thing that's probably strangling you right now, debt. In China, debt is viewed with suspicion and avoided whenever possible. The idea of financing a car or putting a vacation on a credit card seems borderline insane to many Chinese families. If you can't afford to pay cash for something, the default assumption is you can't afford it at all. This cash-only mentality forces families to save for purchases in advance rather than borrowing against future income. It might take longer to buy that car or take that vacation, but when you finally do, you own it outright. No monthly payments, no interest charges, no stress about making ends meet if your income drops unexpectedly. And here's the kicker. This philosophy eliminates one of the biggest obstacles to saving that plague Western households. The average American household carries over $9,000 in credit card debt alone. Imagine how much you could save if that money wasn't going to interest payments every month. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that'll never work for you. It's gone, burned, wasted. You think this is all theoretical? Let me tell you about Wang Shennai. She's a 32-year-old woman who's been saving 90% of her salary for 9 years. 90%. Not a typo. She lives on just 10% of what she earns. And the results? She owns 2 apartments in Nanjing, one of China's most expensive cities. No lottery tickets, no crypto gambles, just pure saving power. When Wang shared her story on social media, it exploded. Over 500 million people viewed her interview. 500 million. That's more than the entire population of the United States. And tens of thousands started debating whether they should follow her extreme approach. Some called her crazy. Some called her cheap. But you know what? She's sitting on 2 properties, while her critics are still paying rent. Okay, so what does Barry actually do? Because, let's be honest, going from saving 3% to 90% overnight isn't happening. Here's the step-by-step. Step 1. Track every dollar for 30 days. Write it down, use an app. I don't care. Just track it. You'll probably discover you're spending way more on random stuff than you thought. Barry did this and found $800 he couldn't account for. Just gone. Into the void. Step 2. Assign every dollar a job. Create a simple spreadsheet or use a budgeting app. Before the month starts, before you get paid, decide where every single dollar is going. Rent, utilities, groceries, savings, investments, everything gets a line item. Step 3. Savings first. This is non-negotiable. The moment your paycheck hits your account, $1,000 or whatever your target is goes straight into savings. Automate it. Make it so you never even see that money. Step 4. Cut one big thing. Don't torture yourself trying to save 50 cents on coffee. Make one massive decision that changes your numbers immediately. Cancel that car lease and buy a used car. Move to a smaller apartment. Cook at home 6 nights a week instead of eating out. Step 5. Break the silence. Barry finally sat down with his partner. Instead of hiding the credit card statements, they laid them out on the table. It wasn't a fight, it was a strategy session. Suddenly, he wasn't carrying the weight of the world alone, it became a family project. Month 1. Barry's savings account has $500. First time in years. Month 3. $2,000. He's starting to feel something he hasn't felt in a long time. Control. Month 6. Barry checks his bank app without that spike of anxiety. He knows exactly where his money is. He knows what's coming in and what's going out. The mystery is gone. And here's the beautiful part. This compounds. Not just financially, but psychologically. The stress melts away. The 3 a.m. panic attacks about bills stop happening. Barry starts sleeping better, thinking clearer, making better decisions. Because here's what nobody tells you about financial discipline. It's not about deprivation. It's about freedom. The Chinese figured out something most of us are still learning. True financial freedom doesn't come from earning more money. It comes from controlling your money instead of letting your money control you. You don't need to hit 90% savings. You don't need to live on rice and beans. You don't need to become Wang Shennai. But you do need to start. Today. Track your spending for 30 days. Assign every dollar a job. Pay yourself first. Cut one big expense. Do those 4 things, and I promise you, 6 months from now, you'll be a different person. The average American is 1 paycheck away from disaster. You don't have to be average. So whether you implement the 10-to-1 rule, embrace zero-based budgeting, or just start distinguishing between your needs and wants, you're taking steps toward a financial future that most people only dream about. And who knows? Maybe in a few years, you'll be the one saving 40% of your income while your friends wonder how you make it look so easy. This is Barry Blues reminding you, your portfolio doesn't have to be a tragedy.